YouTube, what it do, man? It's your boy NateJustDope, back with another video. NJD Nation, what's down with it, man? Today's video, as y'all can see by the title, this is going to be like a discussion type video, and not really a discussion. I'm just going to be really just talking to y'all, man. It's Nate Talk. As y'all know, it is New Year's Eve, man. So I wanted to make this video and have it uploaded the day before January 1st, 2021. Right, I just really wanted to, talk about my year and, just give you guys a little bit of, where I see myself, and then also just kind of like give you guys some, not really motivation, but guidance into 2020 and where and how to move into 2020, man. So 2020 for me was really like an eye-opener. I can really say that, it's been an eye-opener for everybody, to be honest, man. 2020 was one of those years where you didn't see where it was gonna go, but then once things happened, right, a lot of people was really hit out of nowhere, so to speak, like really caught off guard, right? They was really caught off guard. A lot of people make those New Year's resolutions and they fall off about like 2 months in, probably even a month in, a weekend, right? But a lot of people had a lot of goals and aspirations that they want to accomplish in 2020, but because the way things happened, which was out of our control, they fell off on it. And I really just want to say, take this year, 2021, and don't say new year, new me, but new year, new growth, right? Shout out to David and Minitier. We had a call last night talking about just, how to move in 2021 if you really want to win in 2021. Because for me, per se, I thought 2020 was going to be a year that, I had everything figured out. Like I went into 2020 thinking that, I had everything figured out. Like it's going to be like this, it's going to be like that. But you can want certain things to happen in your life, and they can happen, of course, they can happen. But if you're not that person that's prepared for it, once it happens, then you can end up losing it all, right? And that was me. I thought I had everything figured out going into 2020 and stuff like that. But when I started to realize, I'm not there yet, right? I still got a lot of growing to do, right? 2019 for me was, an eye-opener and a year of, taking the leap. But 2020, I feel like, even though I felt like I had things figured out, I still had a lot of growing to do. And that's what I want you guys to understand too. Like, you may feel as if 2020 was gonna be your year, right? Just like we say all the time, like, oh, this gonna be my year, this gonna be it. I'm here, let's do it, 2020. And now y'all looking at 2021 like, all right, I'm gonna start off brand new, right? 2021 is gonna be that year for me. Let me stop you right there. Well, not stop you right there, but let me let you guys know that, if you want this to be your year, you have to work on you first, right? You have to work on what's on the inside first, what's inside of you first, before you can, see all of the glitz and glamour on the outside that you wanna see. Because if you're not right in here, everything out here is not gonna be right. Because even going back to that phrase, new year, new me, right? A lot of people say that every single year. Even I said it every single year, but I really stopped saying it like 2019, like going into 2020, like I was like, I'm not gonna say new year, new me, right? Because I feel like we make these resolutions every single year, but then we don't keep our word to ourselves, right? And the moment that you break your word to yourself, because it's one thing not to keep your word with somebody else, right? Because it's not you. You feel me? But if you don't keep a word with yourself, the next time you tell yourself something, you're not really gonna believe it. It's something not to believe somebody else, but if you don't believe yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, that speaks volumes. Because now you give yourself room to excuse yourself if you don't accomplish your goals, right? AKA excuses. Simple as that. And we all know what excuses are. Tools of the incompetent. Even with myself this year, right, y'all know I have a clothing brand and my product mainly comes from overseas, from China, right? So I gave myself an excuse. Well, most of my product comes from China, so I'm gonna just stop my clothing brand, right? That's one thing that I let hold me back, right? Because I gave myself that excuse. To be completely honest, to be completely transparent. That's the reason why y'all didn't see my clothing brand really like take off this year, because of that excuse. Right? Because I gave myself that excuse, because I gave myself room to excuse myself on why I didn't, have my clothing brand take off the way that I wanted it to. And then that's another thing, truthfulness. Be truthful, right? Be truthful with, of course, everybody else around you, but mainly and most importantly, be truthful with yourself. Be completely transparent with yourself too. If you know that the reason why you didn't accomplish your goals this year is because of you, tell yourself it's because of me. Because I'm telling you, truthfulness is so important, especially on your journeys on entrepreneurship or really just in life in general. Like, truthfulness is gonna take you a long way. And then just being grateful for where you are, right? Humbleness, gratefulness, truthfulness. Shout out to Chairman 250, Nathan Samuel. He started talking about that, earlier this year in 2020, right? And it really just stuck with everybody in our investment group for the whole year. Being humble that you don't know everything. Just like me, I thought I had everything figured out going into 2020, when honestly, in all truthfulness, I didn't. Right? I didn't know everything, right? I thought I knew everything, but I didn't. And that's one main thing too, right? Be honest with yourself and tell yourself, you know what? I don't know everything, because understand, the greatest of the greats, they have a teacher, right? They have a mentor. They have somebody that they look up to, that they're following behind. AKA Kobe Bryant, rest his soul. He looked up to Michael Jordan. Michael Jackson, he looked up to James Brown. So always be humble and be truthful with yourself and tell yourself, you know, I don't know it all. Even with YouTube, right? I don't know it all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know everything about YouTube. There may be a content creator that, knows about certain content that I'm not really familiar with, that I can ask them about if I want to get into it. So the main objective in entrepreneurship and youth, right, whatever the case may be, in life in general, right, is to become a better version of yourself every single day. Success is a moving target. You're always going to be striving for success. Like, success isn't something that you're just going to get and be satisfied with. Just like when you were little, right? Your goals when you were little aren't the same as your goals right now. You feel me? Like, when you were little, you probably wanted them Pokemon cards. I know myself, I love Pokemon back in the day, right? But now, since I'm older and I've grown a lot, guess what? Now my goal is financial freedom. Now my goal is time freedom, right? All of those things, right? So my mindset has changed, and I really understood that I'm not going to be the same person that I am right now when I reach my destination, when I reach a certain level of success that I want to attain. And then I know I have to, change and become a different person if I want to gain another level of success. And that's one thing I want y'all to understand. Like, for my subscribers that, watch me on a daily basis, even subscribers that used to watch me, even for people that, just click on my videos and don't subscribe, like, look, if you're watching this video, I want you to know your everyday life should be, you looking to become 1% better every single day. Because guess what? You can say, I want $1 million tomorrow, and then you get that $1 million, but guess what? You still have that mindset of, all right, once I get that $1 million, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that, I'm gonna buy this, and then boom. You can spend $1 million in a month, probably even in a week. Shoot, who knows? Probably even in a day. And then once you spend it all on liabilities and, things that you want, probably things that probably don't even matter, then what? The money's gone. But guess what? Let's say you want $1 million and it doesn't show up tomorrow or right when you want it, but guess what? Along the way of you acquiring that $1 million, guess what? You changed every single day. You got rid of old habits, AKA those spending habits, right? You got rid of, laziness. You acquired new skills along the way. Now you're changing into that millionaire, right? You're becoming that millionaire in here and in here first. Just like I said earlier, if you want change out here, you gotta change in here. I was about to say in here, but in here and in here. You feel me? So you have to change and become that person first before you can ever have it. That makes sense? So now going into, what you should be doing in 2021 or going into 2021, even if you haven't started those things that you want to accomplish in 2021, you have to start now. First, set a long-term goal, right? By the end of 2021, I want to do this or I want to be this, right? And say I'm so happy and grateful now that I am, boom. You can say I am so happy and grateful now that I am a YouTuber that has 1 million subscribers or 100,000, right? Whatever the case may be. Now you have that long-term goal in mind, but guess what? A lot of people, they stop at that long-term goal, right? They stop at that long-term goal and think that's it. And then they don't do any work in between and they feel like, all right, I should be a YouTuber that has 1 million subscribers by the end of the year just by doing nothing. But in between that end date and now, in between comes the work. Right? You have to literally put the work in to, get that end goal that you want. Just like when people have those New Year's resolutions of, I want to, have a good body by the summertime, right? Okay, cool. They got the goal in mind. But then they decide to, go to the gym for the first day, second day, first month, and they're like, yo, this is hard. Right, this is hard, bro. Like, and then they stopped going to the gym. They didn't finish strong like they started off. And that's the thing, you gotta keep that momentum. You gotta keep that, that drive, right? By having that end goal in mind. By you remembering your end goal that you have in mind, it's gonna keep you driving. Cause just like David M. said on our call last night, right? In 2021, you will win as long as you believe that you will win. And it all starts with your words. What will you speak into existence? I'm so happy and grateful now that I have 1 million subscribers on YouTube by December 31st, 2021. Those are my words. right? But guess what? I have to keep that word. How? By taking action, right? By taking action every single day, becoming 1% better every single day. And then what's next, right? Your image, your self-image, right? Where do you see yourself? I see myself having 1 million subscribers by the end of 2021. I see myself with that. I'm so happy grateful now that I'm a millionaire. I see myself a millionaire by the end of 2021. I'm so happy grateful now that I am a 6-figure trader. And it's not enough to, just see it in your mind, but you got to put it into, the physical, right? Put it into your environment as well, right? Take pictures, and I know this is corny, but guess what? Millionaires, they became millionaires by doing the things that a lot of people don't want to do. And that's the corny stuff. A lot of people don't, want to, promote their business on social media, which is weird. But somebody that wants to have the dopest clothing brand, they're going to promote themselves, and they're going to know and believe that, they're going to have the best clothing brand. Literally by making their environment something where they can see their goals everywhere. Because it says, write the vision, make it plain. For those that may see it, will run, right? And what you got to do, you got to put it everywhere. I have some of my goals on my calendar. You feel me? Boom. You got to put it everywhere. You got to see your goals, your dreams everywhere. And then next is just the new, right? Newness, right? New growth. Because understand your new growth is already here. It's already done because it's in your mind, right? Success happens twice. Once in your mind and then once in the physical. You knowing that your new beginning is already here. It's in your mind first, but you just got to bring it out to reality just by putting in the work. Starve your distractions and excuses and feed your goals. Feed your hustle, right? Hustle up, become a savage. I'm talking to myself too. Nate, bro, become a savage in 2021. All right, Nate, I got you. Nah, seriously though, man, starve your distractions. Those bad habits that you have, those excuses that you make on a daily basis, right? Excusing yourself on why you didn't accomplish something. Looking back in 2020 and saying, well, this happened and that happened. Block all of that out. This is a new year, right? You said new year, new you, right? But is it really gonna be a new you in 2021? You have to become a better version of yourself than you were last year, 2019, 2018, 17, 16. This is a new year. Your new growth starts now. It's already here. You just got to believe it in yourself first, and then everything else will happen. And be specific with your goals, man. Put a date on it. Name your goals instead of naming your excuses, right? Name your goals and your desires instead of your excuses and your distractions, and you just work every single day, right? Of course you have the long-term goal, but then you have to put small-term goals in between, right? That long-term goal, because guess what? You're not gonna be a millionaire overnight unless you win the lottery. Like, let's be real. Unless you get that knock on your door with a big old check and you open the door and they're like, yo, you just won $1 million, right? They only have it in the movies. Like, let's be completely honest, or once in a lifetime. And one last thing, I know I keep saying one last thing. Look, this is the most important one. Yo, I feel like this is the reason why a lot of people aren't where they want to be right now, is because of other people's opinions. Your opinion is all that matters. Nobody else's opinions matter. Because guess what? You can't take opinions like checks and go to the bank and say, hey, look, I want to cash this out. If opinions matter that much, a lot of people would be rich. A lot of people would be rich right now. But guess what? Opinions don't pay bills. Opinions don't put food on the table, right? It's your work ethic and what you believe in that pays the bills, right? Is what got you to where you are right now, and what's gonna take you even further. Shout out to my business partner, Platinum 5000, Imani, right? She said it best, right? She said, look, if I'm not willing to change bank accounts with you, your opinion doesn't matter. They do not matter. If you wanna start that business, start it. If you wanna start YouTube, start it. If you wanna move to a different country, do it. Like, yo, whatever you wanna do it. And don't let anybody else's opinion, oh, well, how you gonna do this? How you gonna do that? Well, you never did this before. Guess what? You never did it before. They even probably did it before, but guess what? They probably failed. They try to put the reason why they failed on you, but guess what? You're not them, right? You are not them. Next time somebody tells you, well, I did it before and it didn't work for me, so you shouldn't do it. Say, hey, look them dead in the eye and say, I'm not you. I'm not gonna let your failures be the determining factor if I should do something or not. I'm gonna do it for me. You did it, okay, cool, it didn't work for you, but guess what? I'm gonna make it work. You feel me? I'm gonna make it work. I'm not you. My belief and my work ethic is way different from yours, to be completely honest, with all due respect. So yeah, man, that's all I gotta say, man. Look, just to end this video off, man, 2021, do not allow your dreams, your goals, your aspirations to fall to the wayside because you got distracted, because you gave excuse after excuse after excuse. Go into 2021 knowing that you will win, and then just put in the work in between your end goal. Like, that's literally it. That's literally it. That's the reason why you see a lot of successful people today acquire a level of success, because they don't care about what anybody else got to say. They put in the work towards the end goal right? And they just keep moving. They don't allow their current circumstances to stop them. They just keep going, regardless of what happens. Whatever it takes, they just go through it and grow through it to get to it, man. So with that being said, if you're new, you like what you see, go down, hit the subscribe button, and once you do that, hit the bell so you can be notified when I drop new videos, because they will drop randomly, like I always say. And yeah, I really made this video for my subscribers and everybody that come across this video, and I want you guys to know that, look, if y'all want to accomplish something, I want to see y'all successful. Right, I want to see you, instead of in the comments, I want to see you behind the camera. I want to see you in the NBA if you want to be a basketball player. I want to see your music on YouTube, on SoundCloud, on Apple Music if you want to become the best artist in the world. So, yeah, with that being said, it's your boy, NateJustDope, signing out. Deuces.